advise you to think twice before you say any more.
Wait, you'll see how simple it is. Childishly simple. There aren't any physical torment. You agree, don't you? And yet we're in a hell. And no one else will come here. We'll stay in this room together, the three of us, forever and ever. In short, there's someone absent here. The official torturer.
I noticed that.
It's obvious what they're after. An economy of manpower. Or devil power if you prefer. The same idea as in the cafeteria, where customers serve themselves.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean that each of us will act as a torturer to others.
No, I shall never be your torturer. I wish neither of you any harm, and I have no concern with you, none at all. So the solution's easy enough. Each of us stays put in his or her corner and takes no notice of the others. You here, and I there, like soldiers at our posts. Also, we mustn't speak not one word. That won't be difficult. Each of us has enough material for self-communings. I think I could stay 10,000 years if only my thoughts were company.
Have I got to keep silent too?
Yes, and that way we'll work out our salvation. Looking to the floor, never raising our heads. Agreed?
Agreed.
I agree.
And goodbye.
Have you a glass? Any sort of glass. A pocket mirror will do.
Don't worry. I have a glass in my bag. It's gone. They must have taken it from me at the entrance.
How tiresome.
What's the matter?
Feels so clear. Don't you ever get taken that way? But I can't see myself. I begin to wonder if I really and truly exist. I pat myself, but it doesn't help much.
You're lucky. I'm always conscious of myself. In my mind, painfully conscious.
Ah, yes, in one's mind. But everything that goes on in one's head is so vague. It makes one want to sleep. I have 6 big mirrors in my bedroom. There they are. I can see them, but they don't see me. They reflect the carpet, the settee, the window, but how empty it is. A mirror in which I'm absent. When I talk to people, I used to make sure there was one nearby in which I could see myself. I'd watch myself talking and see myself as other people saw me. It kept me alert. Oh dear, my lipstick. I must have put it on all crooked. Oh no, I can't go without a looking glass forever and ever. I simply can't.
Suppose I try to be a glass. Here's a spot near my sofa. Come sit with me.
But
Oh, he doesn't count.
we're going to hurt each other. You said so yourself.
Do I look as if I wanted to hurt you?
One can never tell.
Much more likely you'll hurt me. Still, what does it matter? If I've got to suffer, it may as well be at your hands. Your pretty hands. Sit down. Come closer. Closer. Look into my eyes. What do you see?
Oh, I'm there. But so tiny, I can't see myself properly.
But I can. Every inch of you. Now ask me questions. I'll be as candid as any looking glass.
Please, Mr. Garson, I'm sure chatter isn't boring you.
Oh, don't worry about him. As I said, he doesn't count. We're by ourselves. Ask away.
On my lips, all right?
Sure. No, they're a bit smudgy.
I thought as much. Luckily, no one's seen me yet. I'll try again.
That's better. No, follow the line of your lips. Wait, I'll guide your hand. There. That's quite good.
As good as when I came in.
Or better. Cooler. Your mouth is quite diabolical that way.
Good gracious, and you say you like it? Oh, how maddening not being able to see myself. You're quite sure, Miss Serrano, that it's all right.
Won't you call me Inez?
Are you sure it's all right now?
You're lovely, Estelle.
But how can I rely on your taste? Is it the same as my taste? Oh, how sickening it all is. Enough to drive one crazy.
But I have your taste, my dear, because I like you so much. Look at me. No straight. Now smile. I'm not so ugly either. Am I not nicer than your glass?
Oh, I don't know. You scare me rather. My reflection in the mirror never did that. Though I knew it so well, like something I had tamed. I'm going to smile, and my smile is going to sink down into your pupils, and heaven knows what it'll become.
And why shouldn't you tame me? Listen, I want you to call me Inez. We must be great friends.
I don't make friends with women very easily.
Not with postal clerks, you mean? Hello, what's that? That nasty red spot at the bottom of your cheek. A pimple?
A pimple? How simply foul, where?
There. You know how they catch larks with a mirror? I'm your lark mirror, my dear. You can't escape me. There isn't any pimple. Not a trace of one. So what about it? Suppose the mirror started telling lies. Or suppose I cover my eyes as he is doing and refuse to look at you. All that loveliness of yours would be wasted on desert air. No. Don't be afraid. I can't help looking at you. I shan't turn my eyes away. And I'll be nice to you. Ever so nice. But you must be nice to me too.
Are you really attracted by me?
Very much indeed.
But I wish he would notice me too.
Of course. Because he's a man. You've won! But look at her, damn it! Don't pretend. You haven't missed a word of what we've said.
Quite so. Not a word. I put my fingers in my ears, but your voice is thudded in my brain. Silly chatter. Now will you leave me in peace, you two? I'm not interested in you.
Not in me, perhaps. But what about this child? I saw through your game. You got on your high horse just to impress her.
I ask you to leave me in peace. There's someone talking about me in the newspaper office, and I want to listen. And if it'll make you any happier, I have no use for the child, as you call her.
Thanks.
Oh, I didn't mean it rudely.
You cad!
So that's that. You know, I beg you not to speak.
It's her fault. She started. I didn't ask anything of her. But she came and offered me her glass.
So you say. But all the time you were making up to him, trying everything to catch his attention.
Well, why shouldn't I?
You're crazy, both of you. Don't you see where this is leading us? For pity's sake, keep your mouths shut! Now let's all sit down again. Quite quiet. We'll look to the floor, and each of us must try to forget the others are there.
To forget about the others? How utterly absurd. I feel you there in every pore. Your silence clamors in my ears. You can nail up your mouth and cut your tongue out, but you can't prevent your being there. Can you stop your thoughts? Because I can hear them ticking away like a clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And I'm certain you hear mine. It's all very well skulking on your sofa, but you're everywhere. And every sound comes to me soiled because you've intercepted it on its way. Why, you've even stolen my face. You know it, and I don't. And what about her? About Estelle? You've stolen her from me too. If she and I were alone, do you suppose she'd treat me as she does? No! Take your hands from your face. I won't leave you in peace. That would suit your book too well. You'd go on sitting there in a sort of trance like a yogi. And if I didn't see her, I feel it in my bones that she was making every sound, every rustle of her dress for your benefit, throwing you smiles you didn't see. Well, I won't stand for that. I prefer to choose my hell. I prefer to look you in the eyes and fight it out, face to face.
Have it your own way. I suppose we were bound to come to this. They knew what they were about, and we're easy game. If they put me in a room with men, men can keep their mouths shut! But I suppose it's no use wanting the impossible. So I attract you, little girl. It seems you recognize me.
Don't touch me.
Why not? We might anyhow be natural. You know, I used to be mad about women. Some were fond of me. So we may as well stop posing. Why trouble about politeness and decorum and the rest of it? For between ourselves, presently we shall be naked as newborn babes.
Oh, let me be!
I'm here because I've treated my wife unfairly. That's all. For 5 years. Naturally, she's suffering still. There she is. The moment I mention her, I see her. It's Gomez who interests me, and it's she I see. Where's Gomez got to? For 5 years. There. They've given her back my things. She's sitting by the window with my coat on her knees. The coat with the 12 bullet holes. The blood's like rust around each hole. It's quite a museum piece, that coat. Scarred with history. And I used to wear it. Fancy. Now, won't you shed a tear, my love? Surely you'll squeeze one out at last. No? Can't manage it? Night after night, I came home blind, drunk, thinking of wine and women. She'd sat up for me, of course, but she never cried, never uttered a word of reproach. Only her eyes spoke. Big, tragic eyes. I don't regret anything. I must pay the price, but I shan't whine. It's snowing in the street. Won't you cry? Confound you! That woman was born a martyr, you know. A victim by vocation.
Why would you hurt her like that?
It was so easy. A word was enough to make her flinch, like a sensitive plant. But never, never a reproach. I'm fond of teasing. I watched and waited, but no, not a tear, not a protest. I picked her up out of the gutter, you understand. Now she's stroking me with the coat. She's feeling with her fingers for the bullet holes. What are you after? What do you expect? I tell you, I regret nothing. The truth is, she admired me too much. Does that mean anything to you?
Well, I was what some people down there called a damned bitch. Damned already. So it's no surprise being here.
Is that all you have to say?
No. There was that affair with Florence. A dead man's tale. With good corpses to it. He to start with, then she and I. So there's no one left. I have nothing to worry about. It was a clean sweep. Only that room. I see it now and then. Empty with the doors locked. No. They've just unlocked them. To let? It's to let? There's a notice on the door. That's too ridiculous.
3. 3 deaths, you said.
3.
1 man and 2 women?
Yes.
Did he kill himself?
He? No, he hadn't the guts for that. Still, he'd every reason. We led him a dog's life. As a matter of fact, he was run over by a tram. A silly sort of end. I was living with them. He was my cousin.
Was Florence fair?
Fair? You know, I don't regret a thing. Still, I'm not so very keen on telling you the story.